Hello and welcome to the latest wealthmanagement.com Fast Chat. My name is Dave Chanowski and I'm the Senior Technology Editor here at Wealth Management. My guest today is Roxana Islam, who has her CFA and is an Associate Director of Research at Alarian. Thanks for joining us today, Roxana.
Thanks for having me. Really excited to be here.
Well, today we are going to be discussing cryptocurrency investing. I guess a good place to start is, why would an investor use an indexed cryptocurrency product versus, investing directly in Bitcoin or really any other cryptocurrency?
Yeah, so I think there are several sort of obvious answers to that. A lot of people are just in general more comfortable trading equities. And so in these indexed products like ETFs, they trade like stocks. So, that's a huge benefit for someone that's, not comfortable trading crypto directly. And here at Alarian, we actually have a family of crypto and blockchain indexes. So there's actually 8 indexes within these suites. And so the way that I sort of look at this with our indexes is that it's a lot more than just investing in cryptocurrency itself. So when you look at these indexes, they do invest a little bit in some crypto futures and crypto trusts. So you do get that aspect of, the more direct currency trading. But then there's also this larger market out there that revolves around the crypto and blockchain space, like crypto miners, for example, crypto exchanges. I think I read this morning that there were, over 430 crypto exchanges out there now. And
Wow.
Yeah, quite a few of those are becoming more public. And then, in our indexes, we also have some of the more standard companies that you'd be a little bit surprised about, like financial companies, software companies that either have cryptocurrencies on their balance sheet or they're using blockchain technology to modernize their operations and make them more efficient. So, when I think about these indexes, I don't just think about tracking the currency, which, I know you could easily do on these slew of exchanges that are out there. To me, it's really more about the digital transformation that we're experiencing. And, I think we're still at the start of that and it has a lot more room to run.
Okay. Well, we still get plenty of advisors who are you kind of wonder, why does anyone want to invest in it? So I'm curious, why do you think investors are attracted to cryptocurrency and blockchain investments in the first place these days?
So it's a little bit of a tough question because I think the answer evolves constantly. If you think about the way cryptocurrency first started, it was more of a digital payment system. And it was really more for, just a person who distrusted large institutions or large banks. And then from there, it sort of evolved into more of a trading instrument. I think a lot of retail investors sort of enjoyed trading on the highs and lows, hearing the news items, hearing about it on the news. And, granted, a lot of people do have long-term holdings in Bitcoin or Ethereum or some of the more established cryptocurrencies. But, really, like people just started trading it everywhere. I had friends who had, absolutely no interest in investing, and all of a sudden they were becoming these huge crypto traders. And so now that's evolved even a step further, and there's these corporations, and now there's even banks, that some of the early adopters were so distrustful of, that are catching on to it. Banks are investing in cryptocurrency. They're using blockchain in their operations. They're starting these exchanges that I mentioned. And, there's also, I'm seeing like a lot of these research firms pop up now, and they're just completely dedicated to cryptocurrency research. So it's really just growing and evolving and become, really popular space. So, I think the answer to that question would have been a lot more different a year ago than it would be today. So, I think today they're just really recognizing it as a large growth market with huge potential. And, it's sort of following the overarching theme that we have about the digital transformation and how our economy is becoming more digitalized.
Okay. Well, that said, where do you think cryptocurrency investments actually fit inside of investor portfolios?
So, I'd say it's definitely they're higher growth investments, which means they're a bit riskier. You could fit them into the tech bucket, but they're definitely sort of their own sector, and it's a very much thematic idea. Like I said, they probably take a lot of overarching themes from multiple sectors, and it's hard to give a concrete example because, as I mentioned, we have 8 indexes in our family, so the constituent mix is slightly different when you go from one index to another. But if you look at our constituent mix, they're not just tech stocks. we have industrial companies in there, we have retailers, we have financial institutions. So, it's like I said, it's a very interesting industry, but yes, it's definitely more towards the riskier high growth side though.
Okay. There's, talk about crypto, there's also a lot of talk about ESG these days, and ESG has been an important theme in the investment world now for quite a while. Where does cryptocurrency investments stand from an ESG perspective?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like you can't go anywhere without really hearing about ESG and a clean future lately. So it's an interesting question that you ask. So I think that, out of the cryptocurrency related companies, the ones that are getting the most heat are obviously the crypto miners. Because, there's this perception that you're seeing these large scale mining facilities that are using electricity 24/7 with, millions of computers just farming crypto. But I don't think that's completely the case anymore. So we have to remember, it's still a new industry. So we don't see as much sustainability literature on it like we do with other equities. For example, if you go to, an energy or transportation company's website, a lot of them just have a sustainability report up front, because these companies have previously taken a lot of heat and they want the public to know that they're taking steps. So the crypto miner industry is, very new. So it's not as easy to find these documents readily available on their website. But actually, a lot of these companies have signed something called the Crypto Climate Accord, which is actually inspired by the Paris Climate Agreement. And then several companies have also, been moving towards more cleaner energy like land, wind, natural gas. A lot of them are also they have their mining operations headquartered, up in Canada or where it's cold, where they can take more advantage of the natural resources. So I think it's still very early to say that it's not an environmentally friendly industry. I think they're taking some rather large steps, and who knows, as the industry gets more attention, maybe this could be a big growth catalyst for it in the future.
Fascinating. Okay, well, with that, where can investors go to learn more?
So investors can go to our website at www.alarianandsnet.com to learn more about our crypto and blockchain family of indexes. So basically, we have 8 of these different indexes that we offer, but I also should mention that 2 of these indexes are the underlying index for 2 different ETF products. The names are a little bit of a mouthful, but it's the Invesco Alarian Galaxy Blockchain ETF, which is ticker BLKC, and the Invesco Alarian Crypto Economy ETF, which is ticker SATO. So on our website, you can also subscribe to our brand new Thematic Times newsletter, which covers a lot of these larger thematic trends in our thematic indexes, not just blockchain and crypto, but also some really interesting sectors like space, biotechnology, and travel.
Wow. Well, that is a mouthful, but that does pretty well spell out what it actually is and make up. Well, that's all the time we have today. I've been speaking with Roxana Islam, CFA, Associate Director of Research at Alarian. For more information, visit alarian.com. And thank you all for joining us today.
All right, thank you.